Ellarigu Namaskara. It is my pleasure to be here with you this morning. At the outset, I'd like to thank the great Vidushi Sathyavathi ma'am not only for inviting me here but for suggesting this topic. If we look at our relationships with human beings, we have casual acquaintances, we have close friends, we have intimate relationships, the different levels. We might know some people casually for many years, but suddenly one day we might discover something about them which we never knew. Like that. But people, of course, it need not be always a positive thing when we know a person intimately. Sometimes it's better to know people casually only. But with music, it is different. Music, unfortunately, not only listeners but many practitioners also, they take things very casually, especially when it comes to sahitya. Because Carnatic music, not only Carnatic, Indian classical music, Hindustani and Carnatic, it is so rich in improvisation. We have raga alapana, we have tanam, we have naraval, we have swaram, we have pallavi. We can improvise so much. We can just take one line of a pallavi, do ragam tana pallavi, raga malika, naraval swara for 1.5 to 2 hours. So because it is so rich in Sangeetam, the Sahityam, which is equally rich, from Sangeeta Pitamaha, Sri Purandaradasa, to Pada Kavita Pitamaha, Talapaka Namacharya, to of course Sri Tyagaraja Dikshita, Shyama Shastri, Maharaja Swathi Thirunal, it comes via Murtiya Bhagavata, two people who are still alive and composing. But the Sahityam treasure which they have left us in any language, in Sanskritam, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, in all these languages, the Sahityam content is so rich but sadly ignored. So I had the privilege of getting interested in Sahityam when I was in my mid-20s. Now I am in my mid-50s. So past 30 years, I have been trying to pay attention to Sahityam in any language. I don't claim to know any language other than English and Malayalam. But when I sing a Sanskritam song or a Kannada song or a Telugu song, I try and learn the word by word meaning, the correct splitting of the lyrics, the bhavam contained in the emotion contained in the lyrics. But without that, I feel one very big element of our music is missing if we do only the Sangeetam. In fact, in December, Vidushi Amrita Venkatesh and we had a lecture demonstration in Chennai at the Parthasarathi Swami Sangeeta Sabha, where we addressed the topic of Ucharanam, correct pronunciation. It's there on YouTube also. You are most welcome to watch that. So there are a lot of appreciative comments, and one person wrote a comment recently. He says, I love listening to recordings of Mandolin Srinivas. There is no Sahityam in that. So I don't care about language or pronunciation. So that was a comment. So that is Sangeetam, we are not discounting Sangeetam. If we talk about Sahityam, that doesn't mean that Sangeetam is discounted. But as a person who has been paying attention to Sahityam, when this topic came, I started looking at Maharaja Swathi Thirunal compositions little more deeply, and then discovered that after 30 years of paying attention to Sahityam, still so many things I had missed. So when we consciously see how he has structured the lyrics of each composition, what is obviously striking, like with Muthuswami Dikshit's songs also, most of them they will have one passage of Madhyama Kala Sahitya. Many compositions of Maharaja Swathi Thirunal also have Madhyama Kala Sahitya, which is always very stunning and attractive, done by many composers. But because of my research on this topic, I found there are 3-4 other topics where we can do lecture demonstration on. One is Maharaja Swathi Thirunal compositions which have Madhyama Kala Sahitya. That itself is enough for one lecture. Then Maharaja Swathi Thirunal compositions which have jatis. Because Swathi Thirunal Maharaja, apart from music, he was a poet who has written a lot of literary works on the one hand, and he was a great patron of dance also. In fact, he even had a relationship with a dancer from Tanjavur, which created a lot of news at that time. So many of his compositions are composed to be danced. So they are audio visual, where you can do abhinayam to each of the words. So there are not so many deep philosophical compositions which are just talking about some concept. More, they are there, but more than that, they are these very audio-visual compositions that Maharaja has done. And that influence of dance is there again and again and again and again in his compositions. Apart from the ones which are very obvious, which are jati, even in the euphony of the lyrics, the way our body will start to move. And one issue with Maharaja's compositions is that unlike Sri Tyagaraja, for example, who had a continuous living Shishya Parampara, there were gaps after his time. So in my family itself, there will be one person who did so much for music, and the next generation they will just throw away and destroy whatever this person has done. This has happened again and again and again. So after Maharaja Swathi Thirunal's time, there was a dark period when much of it was lost. So some of the songs are original tunes, some are tuned by other people, some are original tunes modified a little bit. So there are no clear records which is exactly the original tune, which is the modified tune, which is the fresh tune. At least some fresh tunes from the 20th century we know. But even those people who have given the fresh tune, they have not claimed I only tuned it. So it just keeps the whole thing as one grey area. But even if we just forget the tunes completely and just take the lyrics and let us presume that we don't have Swathi Thirunal music at all, only we do have. But suppose for argument's sake, and I am a musician or there is some other musician who has given these lyrics to set to tune, the lyrics are so easy to tune because already the rhythmic structure, the Laya element is so strong. I am very democratic about song selection, so I don't sing only Dikshitar, Tyagaraja, Swathi Thirunal, Puratadasa. If I like some song by somebody, I'll just sing that. Recently I discovered a lady who just passed away recently called Vatsala Rangaswamy. She has sung a beautiful song on Narasimha temple in a place called Mattapalli in Andhra Pradesh. So I started singing this Mattapalli Narasimha song. So then dozens of mamis started approaching me. Sir, you sang Mattapalli Narasimha. My mother has written some songs also, you sing them. My grandmother has written some songs also. And some of them they'll have no rhythm, no rhyme, no content. It is like I got up in the morning at 7:30, I had one glass of coffee, and then I saw TV and read the newspaper. This will be the lyrics. You set it to tune and you sing it. So it is not tunable. When we see some lyrics, we should feel like tuning them. So that is very, very high in Maharaja's compositions. So these are just some general thoughts. So as I said, two topics, separate we can do. One is Maharaja's compositions which have Madhyamakala Sahitya. Two, Maharaja's compositions which have Jatis. Three, Maharaja's compositions on various specific temples. Suppose we look at the great masters from the past. These days, most of us have a mobile phone, and youngsters are all the time on Instagram, and more than Facebook. Instagram is the happening thing now. I just started putting my feet in Instagram the last 2-3 weeks. I find that when I go and have a meal with younger people, we order an ice cream. Normally an old man like me will just eat the ice cream. But younger person, they will take the photo of the ice cream from this angle, from this angle, from this angle, then photo selfie of themselves with the ice cream, then holding the spoon. Then after several Navarasas, many expressions will come. So one entire production will happen by the time ice cream would have melted. But that doesn't matter, because even if the enjoyment of the tasting is not there, it's okay, but it should look good on social media. So that is the situation now. But if Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, Swathi Thirunal, all these people were alive right now, I think the biggest star on Instagram would be Muthuswami Dikshitar. Because at that time, 250 years ago, he travelled all over India, and just like we captured something on video, Dikshitar has captured in beautiful capsule form the complete images of the temples he visited. The Kshetra Puranam, the specialities. It is unbelievable how many intimate and very minute details of these temples he has captured and left. So they are like Instagram videos which Dikshitar made 250 years ago. Well, Maharaja Swathi Thirunal had a doubly unfortunate life. One, he was a Maharaja, who was very unfortunate. He didn't have the freedom of Dikshita just to go anywhere. Two, he was a Maharaja who was ruling under the British rule. So if you look at Travancore history, Swathi Thirunal was the last Maharaja to try and fight the British. But he was completely crushed by them, so that by the time he passed away at the very young age of 33, there are so many explanations for that. One of the major things is the British rule and how he was so frustrated and depressed and he couldn't do anything. If he concentrated on music, people will say, oh, this man is always singing and dancing, he's not looking at the administration. But administration, being under the British rule, there is severe restrictions on him as a Maharaja and as an artist. So it is a very terrible life he had. But he told his next person, the next Maharaja, he said, there's no point fighting these people because they are there to stay. So we can just make our life miserable. So try and compromise with them and go along. So the rest of the Maharajas, they have compromised with the British. So, but despite physically being trapped in Thiruvananthapuram, you can put a person inside a prison and lock them up, but mind is free. The mind can fly all over the place. So Maharaja Swathi Thirunal, despite being physically in Trivandrum, he has composed so many songs just like Dikshita on specific temples, some of which he has visited, but he sent his mind all the way to Kashi in Varanasi, because the positive side of being a Maharaja was that he had the power and the money to invite great Vidwans from other Samsthanams to Travancore, because of which Vadivelu, for example, from Tanjavur, who was very close to Muthuswami Dikshitar's brother Baluswami Dikshitar, who was the first person on record to adopt the Western violin to Carnatic music. So from Baluswami Dikshitar via Vadivelu, Swathi Thirunal was a very, very passionate proponent of the violin. Now we have violin in all Carnatic concerts. So that was the positive side. So probably he heard from some Hindustani Vidwan about Kashi. Then Vishweshwara Darsana Kar Chal Man Tum Kashi. He's telling his mind to go to Kashi. Then he describes how the Ganga is flowing and how the ghats are there and how the sannyasis are there. So that is another topic which I have at least heard, not a lectern, but I have heard a concert themed on Maharaja's compositions on specific temples. So that has at least been done. So that is another topic. And a fourth topic is Maharaja's Padavarnams. The Tana Varnams have its own value, but Padavarnams are where the genius of a composer really shines forth the maximum, more than anything, any other form of composition. Because when there is an argument, oh, Swathi Thirunal was a lyricist, did he know music? You just look at, you leave everything else and just look at the sahityam in the swarams, chitta swarams of his Padavarnams, then our hands will get tired because we will be saluting him so many times. With unbelievable brilliance and genius, and he has got Padavarnams in Kamas, in Dhanyasi, in Saveri, in Todi, in Kalyani. There are so many Padavarnams. Only few of them are featured generally in Carnatic concerts. And because of his love for dance, they are very, very, very danceable also, Padavarnams. So this is just some things I discovered during the past few weeks and some things which I knew already. So coming to our topic of Layam in the Sahityam of Maharaja's compositions, I'll just start with a small composition. This has stunning Madhyapakala Sahityam from the Pallavi itself. So it is in Gaula. In Gaula, it is embracing the Shadjam, even if you look at Tyagaraja Pancharatna Kriti, for example. So Gaula Rishabham, like Saveri, is very soaking in Shadjam only. So this Rishabha is very, very beautiful. If we sing then Gaula will run away from Basavanagudi to Basaveshwara Nagar. So there won't be any Gaula there. So this starts on Sa only. Kama Janaka Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara. So when we start this, the Mridangam player will feel it's a very Saumyam, Satvikam song. Na, na. But in the Pallavi itself, next line, even Sangatis are very, very, very sharp. I'm not going to sing all the songs, all the lines, all the Sangatis. This is just to give you an example. Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara Kamita Dananola Paribahi Charunga Kama Janaka Ripukarnamadhara Kamita Dananola Paribahi Charunga Kama Janaka Bhumi Ramadinada Bhumi Ramadinada Mogi Bhoga Sayanati Mecha Kabibho Muni Dratati Sevya Pada Yuga Kama Janaka. So the similar pattern comes in Charana also. Patala Japadharanaka Bhanu Shashankalochana Hatakupamita Chela Bhuri Ruchihara Shobhita Kalambhujalochanaka. So this that flows all through this composition. So this is one Madhyama Kala Sahitya. Then some templates he uses, the same pattern comes in many songs. This is another that is another feel. This is from his Kuchela Upakhyanam. He's made two Upakhyanams giving the story of Kuchela and Ajamila, which have slokams and compositions. And for me personally, I find the Kuchela Upakhyanam lyrics very, 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 very sweet. More sweet than most of his other like in Tyagaraja also, we look at Nauka Charitam and Prahlada Bhakti Vijayam. I find it's more sweet than normal Tyagaraja Kritis. So like that here also, this is an Ananda Bhairavi, where Kuchela goes to see Lord Sri Krishna when he is the Dwarakapati, Maharaja, and they hold hands and they sit together and they remember their times when they were together in Sandipani ashram. So once the Muni's wife asked them to go to the forest and collect firewood as fuel, so they go to the forest and it starts raining. So they sit together the whole night. So things like that they discussed and they enjoyed a nice time talking to each other. Smarasi pura guru vanita vachasa gatamasmavir vanam aditarasa. Smarasi pura guru vanita vachasa gatamasmavir aditarasa. Indhana jala samanayanartham nishiti mirena tadavitataya sodam varsham jatamakale sodam varsham jatamakale prantam vitratakarairayi sahasa smarasi pura guru vanita vachasa gatam अस्माभिर्वन अतितरसा उषसि समेत्य सदेशिकतिलको दृष्ट्वा स्मानिक चलिताद्विपिने मोदपरीतो अनुग्रहमकरोत् अतिकरुणार्द्रतरेण हि मनसा. Like that same tune. Evam sarasi janabho bhagavan tamiha kuchelam samsansarasam sapunarabhani detamvani dvijamanujitamihi nijamahasa स्मरसि पुरा गुरुवनिता वचसा गतमस्माभिर्वन अतितरसा. This is from Kujelo Bhakhya. So, Ananda Bhairavi reminded me there's another composition which is a specific song on the Maha Shiva Kshetra at a place called Vaikam near Kottayam in Kerala. This has one bit like this. Kamita varatayaka amita pujabalakayanagiri karmuka vilasita Bhima bhava jaladitara kasuragana hikara sura dhammana Somakalanchita shekhara nata jana shokatimira samudaya Dineshwara ramaniya kanikeda vrashasana Raja raja saka shankara santatam pasa Somakalanchita shekhara nata jana shokatimira samudaya Dineshwara ramaniya kanikeda vrashasana Raja raja saka shankara santatam pasa Itara Laya. It's on Vaikam. So again it has the entire charna is Kamita. It starts with first speed Madhyama Kala Sahitya, then goes on to second speed. Then Mr. Chaputalam, Shyama Shastri is very famous for many things he did in Mr. Chaputala. But Maharaja Swathi Thirunal also has done a lot of varieties on Mr. Chaputala. This I won't sing all, only rare songs, then you will be wondering. But so I'll sing some popular songs also. So one of his very popular songs, one of his most beautiful compositions also, it starts on the third beat of the Mr. Chaputala. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, it starts here. So, Smara Janaka Shubha Charita Akhila Lokanayaka Mamava Smara Janaka Shubha Charita Akhila Lokanayaka Mamava Smara Janaka Shubha Charita Taruna Sar. So the Anupallavi starts on the first beat, rendu tali. Taruna Sarasa Talanayana Tapani Ruchi Vasanadhara Tanu Vinindita Nirada Trita Narada Natapurita Smara Janaka Shubha Charita. Then Charanam starts on Samavachar. Panita Bhuvana Samudaya Parama Purusha Gare Paripanita Bhuvana Samudaya Parama Purusha Gare Bhala Shobhita Mrigamada Bhala Shobhita Surabhi Mrigamada Bhala Shobhita Surabhi Mrigamada Padmanabha Jaganuta Smara Janaka Shubha Charita. These days, lot of young people, they like doing more and more complicated things in rhythm. So if you want to have an exciting time, you can sing this as the main piece and give the Tanyavartana. So it will be Pattatali after 10 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want to make it even more exciting, you can make it after 11 instead of 10. So so that is just an idea. So this is a popular kriti in Bihar. There are so many compositions, Padam, Javali, Tillana, Bhajan in Bihar. But Kirtanams in Bihar are much more rare. And Maharaja has composed Smarajanaka, which is very popular. He's made another composition, Kirtanam in Bihar, which just like the Gauda kriti, from the Pallavi itself, it has Madhyamakala Sahitya. This is on Lord Sri Padmanabha at Thiruvananthapuram. So because it is Thiruvananthapuram, he calls it as Pannaga Raja Puralaya. Rinamadanuta Paripalayamam Rinamadanuta Paripalaya Mamayivo Surabalana Lolaramata Sagarendra Jayavari Mukadi Irnamadanuta Paripalaya Mamayivo Surabalana Lolaramata Sagarendra Jayavari Mukadi Irnamadanuta. This also has Madhyamakala Sahitya. Kshoni bharahara natakamadana jana bhauma garvahara patmanabha bhavakheda jala harati namadanuta. Again, it describes Lord Sri Krishna doing Tandavam on the head of Kaliya, the serpent. So, Kaliyoragamadapaha sunatana kamsavarita samirana jaya jaya reena. This is also very beautiful place to sing as main and give Tanyavartana. Kaliyoragamadapaha sunatana. Again, Bihar piece. Then just like Smarasipura Puruvanita Vachas, similar tala but little brighter. There's another one. Kamala Nayana Jagadishwara Kamala Kamukama Paripahimi Bho. Kamala Nayana Jagadishwara Kamala Kamukama Paripahimi Bho. Paripahi Vibho Paripahi Vibho. This is in Bhagathishwari. Chami kar khana garva harana chana charu vasana paripahi vibho paripahi vibho paripahi vibho Samaja parivritata pasamana jalajasana nuta paripahi vibho paripahi vibho paripahi vibho vihaga varagamana deva nigamatati vedya charita paripahi vibho paripahi vibho Paripahi vibho Danuja kula madhana Dina sarana Bhavataraka pada Paripahi vibho Paripahi vibho Paripahi vibho Nata jana bhayahara Vidhumukha Sri Padmanabha Muda Paripahi vibho, paripahi vibho, paripahi vibho. Kamala nayana jagatishwara kamala kamukama paripahi vibho, कमलनयन जगदीश्वर कमला कामुकमा परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो परिपाहि विभो. And Maharaja, just like Purandardasa, he is one of the few composers from our entire country who embraced both Carnatic and Hindustani compositions kind of equally. Many Hindustani, but if we look at Maharaja's compositions in like Telugu, Javali for example, or Manipravala Padam, or one of these compositions, you can find the same touch. It's like, you know that same person has written this, some word, even in this composition, Vidhu Mukha Sri Padmanabha. So many compositions on Devi, on Padmanabha, on Sri Krishna, on Sri Rama. The moon face seems to be one image he likes a lot. So again and again, Sarada Soma Samana. Many, in fact we can do one lecture on only Maharaja Swathi Thirunal's compositions where he describes God with moon face. Then at least 200 songs will come in that. So in Hindustani compositions, just like in Carnatic, he's made many songs where he describes the sound of various instruments, percussion as well as melody instruments with words. For example, I'll present a very beautiful composition describing the divine Rasa Leela of Lord Sri Krishna with the gopis. It's a simple sahitya, basic knowledge of Hindi we can understand. So you can imagine one bansuri there. So like this is mridangam sound. There are some more serenades which give dance, anklets of gori dancing, whatever. So this is one example. Now, with the permission of Vidushi Amrita Venkatesh, I'll play another Hindustani composition. Just a few lines. We have Sri Krishna, Sri Rama, Ganesha, Subramaniam, Devi, Paramashiva, so many gods. Most of them have a lot to do with music and dance. We have Ganesha dancing. In fact, Sri Ganapatini, Tyagaraja, how he described the power of Ganesha's feet on stomping, or the earth will be shaking. We can imagine that, how evocatively Tyagaraja has described that. Normally we won't imagine a fat person with a big belly dancing. No? So, but Ganesha dances. Sri Krishna plays the flute, Shiva dances, he plays the damru, Saraswati Devi plays the veena. But we don't find Rama doing any of these things. While Bhadrachal Ramadas, Tyagaraja, Tulasidas, so many people have written the most beautiful musical offerings to Sri Rama, but he seems mostly kind of like a block. We don't find Rama kind of loosening up. Krishna will do that. But Swathi Thirunal Maharaja, he made Rama dance. So there is a Hindustani composition, Nache Raghunath. So Nache Raghunath Sang Dasi Janagave. So this set to tune, in this particular tune, kind of similar to Thumaka Chalata Ramachandra. That tune by Pandit Ajoy Chakrabarti. I won't play the whole thing, but you can just hear.
दासी जन गावे, दासी जन गावे, नाचे रघुनाथ रंग, दासी जन गावे, नाचे 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 रघुनाथ, दासी जन गावे, दासी जन गावे, दासी जन गावे, नाचे रघुनाथ रंग, 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 दासी जन गावे, 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 नाचे रघुनाथ रंग, झनक झनक कनक कनक, झनक झनक कनक कनक,
like that. Like this, each charanam will have one line of jatis. So it has Dirkata one line, then Diraka Dhaya Dhaya. This different people have sung it in different tunes. On YouTube you can find a video of Dr. T.V. Gopalakrishnan, an old recording from Doordarshan. They had the Suprabhat morning program where he has sung the same song in Malkos, Hindola. It's completely different tune, but it lends itself perfectly to that tune also. So many of his lyrics I find, even Ajay, what I sang, I've heard 2 other versions. They all sound good. So it depends on our personal taste which version we take. This is again a very popular song which is originally in Bhupalam. So for many people, the small Gandharam and the Panchamam, the gap is too big. So many Bhupalam songs, not only by Swathi Thirunal, by many composers, they get sung in Revagupti. So if you go to London and you travel by the metro, you keep hearing the announcement, mind the gap, mind the gap. So when we sing Bhupalam, we have to mind the gap between Ga and Pa. So there's a big gap. Ga is much more easy to sing. Gopalaka Pakima Panisham Radhamai Gopalaka Pakima Panisham Padaradhamai Gopalaka Pakima Panisham Tava Padaradhamai Gopalaka. This kind of thing where Radhamai, Padaradhamai, Tava Padaradhamai, this many songs are there. There's another whole department. Papa Vimochana Pavitaradina Tabada Pallavatana Tari Jamtari Udanita Titilana Tilanatana Tari Titta Kitaka Jam Jam Titta Kitaka Jam Jam Titta Kitaka Jam Jam Gopal. Like this, I read somewhere, he's describing small Krishna with his anklets coming and dancing. So the jatis indicate that. It is lot of Rasa Vasa Sahitya Bhusurarbita Pararahita Tanajaya Nirupama Patakaraja Radha Kamala Bharatana Darija. So this, it's very difficult to split the Sahityam, deliberately giving the meaning, because just Sahityam flow is so nice. So Rasa Rasa Subachana Sarojana Balokanayaka Bhuri Karuna Tanujita Manasija Bhujagaraja Shaya Murasasana Gopalaka. So people like K.V. Narayanaswamy, K.V. and Mama, Murasasana Gopa, he used to sing Swaram there, it had Murasasana, which is again very exciting. There are many more songs like this. There's one Sri Ramachandra in Todi. There also, Sahityam itself has so much Sahityam that Chamamudi Mama used to sing it. Then Parasala Panama teacher, now Amrita, Sanjay Subramanian, few people only have heard them sing. So even Parasala Panama, when she talks about this song, Todi, Sri Ramachandra, like Tava Badar Radha, na she'd say. That song is there with la Sahityam, because so much Sahityam is there. Then Karunakara Madhava Mama. So that is another popular Begada Karunakara, which some people sing in Tisragati, Aditala, some people sing in Rupakatala. These are songs which many of you know, so I'm just touching and going. This again I'll play because I'll get bored listening to only my own voice. So I'll play because there is some. If we look at Eppo Varuvaro, for example, so many people sing Eppo Varuvaro, but we can't think of that song without thinking of Madurai Iyer. So Madurai Iyer and Eppo Varuvaro are so close. Like that, there's a very beautiful lesser sung composition by Maharaja, which used to be sung very often by Dr. S. Ramanathan. So I'll play not the full song, I'll play a bit of him singing it. I'll forward to the Charanam. Charanam is very nice. If you have not seen this, the actual video is there on YouTube. So please don't miss this. Just search for Dr.S. Ramanathan. He's from that generation, but how clearly he used to enunciate the sahitya. And he was a Veena player also. Even the Gamakams, everything was refined about him. And he and T.R. Subramaniam are two Vidwans, two Mahavidwans I have seen. Literally till the week they died, if you go for any concert in Chennai, you will find them in the audience. Many musicians, even when they are in their late teens, they already feel they are too big and they will never go for other people's concerts. So they'll watch everything on YouTube and learn secretly, but never give credit. So that happens a lot. But these two, the T.R. Subramaniam and Dr. S. Ramanathan, and S. Ramanathan, he used to come with a book and he'll note down with one sangati, one composition, one new idea, he used to write down. So that is in my mind, that is the ideal guru who is an eternal student, always learning. So that is S. Ramanathan. And listening to this Kamas reminded me of another song. The melody is very beautiful, but look at the rhythmic aspect. It is in Disram. This, I heard people sing it. Sri Padmanabha Pahi Deva Deva Ma Jaya Jaya Sri It's very, very nice. But again, there is Jayati Jayati Bharata Mata. It's a beautiful song, but particularly the rendition by Madurai Iyer, it is, oh my God, you feel you have opened a bottle of champagne, bubbles are coming up, just effervescent and bubbly. Very, 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 very sweet. I mean, I didn't say enough number of veries. It's like very, 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 it goes on like that. So, once Amrita and I were having a discussion, and Amrita was planning to sing this song. So we said, instead, Sri Padmanabha, if we speed it up, we can kind of give the same sweetness like Jayati Jayati Bha, that same feeling. So, Sri Padmanabha Pahi Deva Deva Mam. Sri Padmanabha Pahi Deva Deva Ma Jaya Jaya Sri Padmanabha Pahi Deva Deva Ma Agama Sara Paramahamsa Vihara Agamasara Paramahamsa directly stolen from Madhuramani only. So, Agamasara Paramahamsa Vikara Bhogiraja Bhoga Sayana Bhuvana Mohana Jaya Jaya Shri like that. Kesi Sudana Bhava Bhaya Klesha Nasana Kesa Dalita Pincha Varada Kesa Vakade Jaya Jaya. It goes on like Varana Tapa Vigata Vamana Rupa Sarasasana Vibandya Sarasanetra Jaya Jaya Shri Sapadmanabhapaki Deva Deva. This is one Kama's composition. Then we have many compositions which sound normal, but where one line will end with the beginning word of the next line. Again, I used to just sing this song earlier. Only after this Laya and Swathi topic came, I started observing. Bhori Krapa Rasa Vasam Bhani Parivridatal. So Bhani is from the next line, which comes at the end of this line. Bhori Krapa Rasa Vasam Bhani Parivridatal Panivasam Navaratri Jaga Kesam Nija Padayugana Tagata Rosham Surabhitigara Mruduhasam Charutila Sumasadrisa Sulasam Divya Madhuvana Virachita-rasam Valaripumakutala Sita Padasudesham Bhavaye Sarasanava. So here slowly Bhuri Krapa Rasa Vasam Bhani Parivridatal Panivasam Nava Niradame Jagakesam Nija. Like that it goes. The entire charanam goes like that. Again, another very popular song. Vande Sada Padmanabham Padavandaru Samudaya Mandaram Amalam. It's so Padavanda, just like that. Kuntamadabhaga Mohana Danta Nija Sundara. Nija, we can sing Nija fast also. Uri Kripa Rasa Uri Kripa Rasa Vilasata Bhangam Khalabhogi Varenya Panachitaramgam Narada Mukhamuni Hridayabja Bhrangam Navanirada. So singing this reminded me, it is completely digressing, sorry, but just 1 minute, since it came in my mind, I thought I'll tell you. Navarasa Kannada, one of the popular instrumental songs is Ninuvina Namaden Nilvade. So there, Kanula Kunite, Kanula Kunite, so then, sorry, they'll add big neons. So it should not be done like that. That entire song with Yagaraja, he had a fight with Rama because Rama was not paying attention to him, he's ignoring him. So he says, okay, then I'll make songs on Shiva and Devi and other gods only. You go away like that. But even when he's doing these other songs, he can't let go of Rama. If he looks anywhere, he sees Rama only. If he hears any sound, he thinks of Rama only. So he says, in English, pop music, you can say, baby, I got you under my skin. No? So like that, it's I got you under my skin kind of song, Ninomila. So this should not be, it's an emotional song. The tune is very beautiful, but people sing it in a very upbeat and over the top manner. I heard M.D. Ramanathan sing this. He is my Manasika Guru, and the reason why I got attracted to music. So just how in a song like this also, he just catches the nerve of the ragam. So he'll do the same. It's there on YouTube. I will not tell anything which you can't search and find on YouTube. Because then that is the idea. I'm telling this like Dr. S. Ramanathan singing. I showed the video for Amrita's Natya Raghunath. I played the video hoping that you will listen to the whole thing after going home. So M.D. Ramanathan for sustaining Hari. Hari is always, well, Balamurali Krishna does Hari. People notice that a lot, but actually M.D. Ramanathan also did sustaining it with Hari only. You can just listen to his singing, there was no Hari at all, but the sustaining always had Hari. So he would sing Hari, Hari, so just when Sani Dama, immediately it's like you milk Navarasa Kannada from the air. So that is M.D. Ramanathan. Again, his Navaratri Kritis, they are one department. There are so many departments with Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. Navaratri Kritis, Navavidha Bhakti Kritis, then Utsava Prabandham, which are compositions describing the 10 days of the Utsavam in the Sri Padmanabha Swami temple. So these are, then of course, Kujalopakyanam, Ajamalopa, these are set kritis. So in Navaratri kritis also, many of them have jatis, and many of them have Madhyamakala Sahityam also. For example, the 6th day song, Sarurohasana Jaye, it starts very normal, it's an Aditalam, Udukalai song, but it is as magnificent as a Randakalai song. We can easily sing it as a main piece. Sarurohasana Jaye Bhavati, Sarurohasana Jaye Bhavati Samoda Ampadamami. This is the Palay. Purandaradi Surotama Suruchira Kiritamani Kiranachita Charane. So Devendra and all the gods, they are standing in front of Devi like this. And the gems studded on their crowns, Kirita, her feet are lit up by the radiance of light emerging from the gems studded on the Kirita. So Purandaradi Surotama Suruchira Kiritamani Kiranachita Charaneta Takka Tadrimi Chanuda Takatari Takita Trikita Tam 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 Takka Tadrimi Chanuda Takatari Takita Trikita Pa Ma Da Ma Gare Sarika Dani Dapamadim Dadim Darisa Dani Sarigama Vadani Nisa Nidani Dapamadim Dadim Tarita Dani Sarigama Vadanisa Danita Januta Takati Nuta Dom Tati Tati Tatikinato Tati Tatikinato Tati Tatikinato Sanita Januta Takati Nuta Dom Tati Tati Tatikinato Tati Tatikinato Tati Tatikinato Tam Takka Tadrimi Januta Takatari Takita Trikita Tam 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 Takka Tadrimi Januta Takatari Takita Trikita Tam 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 Takka Tadrimi Januta Takatari Takita Trikita Tam da ma ga re sa re ga pa ma da ma ga re sa re ga ni da ba ma ri da da ni sa re ga ma ba da ni sa ni da ba ma ri da ni sa re ga ba ba da ni sa ni da ba ma ri da ni sa re ga ma ba da ni sa ni da ba ma ri da ni sa re ga ma ba da ni sa da ga di no da do tati da do tati da do tati da tani da da ga di no da do tati da do tati da do tati da tati da do tati da do tati da tati da do tati da ga ma ri ga ma sa ro ga sa na jage. This is one song and one jati. So this tati da, that's how it comes. Where again, because of my influence of M.D. Ramanathan, he used to sing one Tillana in Purvi. Nere nere ga ma re sa re. In that, Dhidam kritatakato, Dhidam kritatakato, and so the last one will be Titang. So with that I in the and so last I made it Gamari Gama. So Gamari Gama is soft after the too hard. That's direct influence of M.D. Ramanathan. Actually there are songs in Bhairavi, Janani Mamava, Todi, Bharati Mamava, which also have very nice jatis. There's another song in Saveri which doesn't have jatis, but again that's why I said the Madhyamakala Sahityam jatis, they are very easy to stunning and captivating, but the subtle rhythm, subtle layam in other compositions. For example, Devi Pavane, the Pallavi starts after 2 beats, the Anupallavi is on Samam, and the Charanam starts after 1 beat. So, Tak Devi Pavane Sevi Charane Te Buddha Vilasini Bharati Dekhi Sada. So this starts on Bhavu, but Pallavi it starts after Taka. So how we come to that item? Bhamukadai Kataksha Vilasini Bharati Dekhi Sada Kushalam Bhuvaneswari De. Kushalam Bhuvaneswari De. So ta 3 times. Then Charanam. So it starts after 1. Soma Bimba Mata Bhaga Sumukhi Bhakta Jana Hila Kamita Dana Nirate Kanta Kunta Dani Bhima Ananda Ajnanatimira. Unfortunately, many people, they'll sing Bhima Ananda Jnanatimira, which is exact opposite. I mean, we can sing wrong sahitya, but exact opposite is very sad. We say Satyam, instead of that we sing Asatyam, means Shuddham, Ashuddham, like that. So in here it's like that. Bhima Ananda Ajnanatimira Bhedana Mihiraide Mamaka Kridi Vidara Manya Then Samada Varagamanam, the most gracious, dignified, magnificent gait described in Indian culture, which is different from the size 0 models now. It is Samada Varagam, the gait like how an elephant walks, to so grand, whether it's Rama or Krishna or Devi, they're all described as when they walk, it is like the gait of an elephant. But that gait of an elephant musically also, Samaja Pungava Charugate Samaja Pungava Charugate Surasadhyanute Vimale Varade Samaja Pungava Charugate Surasadhyanute Vimale Varade Bhuvaneswari Samaja Pungava Charugate Samaja Pungava Charugate Surasadhyanute Vimale Varade Bhuvaneswari Devi. So it comes to Arad. So the same idea he has used in his very beautiful composition on Lord Sri Hanuman also. Anjaneya Raghurama Duta Mahita Anubhava. So there also Janaka Sutadhi Vimochana Lola Jambu Mali Khala Nisi Jarakala Vanadhi Tarana Chana Nijalambula Vanidakta Lanka Nagara like Anjaneya Raghurama Duta. So Janaka Sutta, like Samaja Pungava, it's a little similar. Then again, I want to bring to your notice one YouTube channel which I feel deserves much more views than it has. It has very few views. I don't know the person, I know nothing about them, but they have uploaded many ancient tunes of Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. Many people who are interested in music know that Maharaja's composition describing the Ramayana, Bhavayami Raghuramam, that was set as a Ragamalika by Chammanguda Srinivasa Iyer, while the original tune was in only Saveri. So since people don't pay attention to Sahityam, and since the Ramayana song, it has relevance only when all the Sahityam is sung, Chammangudi Mama had this brilliant brain of just giving different ragams so that for the sake of the tune, people will sing all the charanams, even though they don't pay attention to Sahityam. But this channel, it is called Vipanchi. If you just search for Vipancee, Vipanchi Travancore on YouTube, you will find this channel. For the first time in my life, I heard the original Saveri tune of Bhavyami Raghuramam. That is there in this channel. I don't know who runs it. I think it must be Palghat Parameshwara Bhagavatar line or somebody like that. So before talking about the song, I'll play a little bit. You can see whether you will identify what the song is. It's very fascinating. You know this song? You know this song? Yes. Vagisha Gauresha Vasavadhyamara Parivaradi Vandita Padam Padmanabham Bhogendra Shayinam. So this got tuned in Kuntalavarali, I heard, by the violinist Rajamanikam Pillai and G.N. Balasubramaniam way back in 1930s, 40s. Then Semangri Mama used to sing Kalita Nuti Sanyasi Bhajananu Guna Vihita Sulalita Akara Mahitam in first speed only. Kalita Nuti Sanyasi Bhajananu Guna Vihita Sulalita Akara Mahitam Kalushahara Parisarojvala Padmatirthadi Khandita Shesha Duritam Kalasor Bhavanita Mahendratri that came quite recently, like 1950s, 60s only. Till then people used to sing it in slow speed. But the original Bhogendra Shayana is apparently in Dhanyashi. And Maharaja Swathi Thirunal was obsessed by a great Vidwan called Margadaishi Shesha Iyengar. So he has a song called Sri Ranga Shayinam. Sri Ranga Shayino, and line by line, like a copy of that, is Bhogendra Shayino, including the Charanam, Anupalai, everything. So this Pipanchi Travancore channel has both Sri Ranga Shayinam and Bhogendra Shayinam together in the same clip which I just played. So please feel welcome to check that out. Yeah, they have another song from the same channel. I'll just play one line. So there are many songs where from the Pallavi it will be just Sahityam, like lines and lines of Sahityam. So this is sung by the same gentleman whose name I don't know, in the same channel. Chakrabarnam song. Yeah. It will be full of, that is another topic for a lectern. It will be chock full of swaraksharams. So many of his songs are, if we have only the lyrics and we have lost the tune, we want to tune it, one indication is given by the profusion of swaraksharams. I'll play one line of a Shankaravarnam song and one line of a Saveri song, so you can get an idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da, 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 da. That is a Shankaravarna. Very similar. Saveri is also there by the same gentleman. So this, as you can see, it's very, very similar to the Shankarabharanam which I played earlier. Then another Arabi song which many people wrongly think was set to tune by my Guruji, Dr. Mangalampalli Balamurugakrishna, but I have found 1919 books, 1915, 1919 books with the same tune. So it is an original tune which some of you would have heard. So like that. So this, in fact, Balamurali sir liked this particular tune so much that he went on to compose his own composition with the same tune. Sri Sakalaganaadhipa Palayamam Anisham Varasiddhi Vinayaka Bhakta Janali Posha Varachandra Mauni Sudasri. Like that, exactly same. And Rama Sodara Durida Samusa Nanda Nandana Vandana Mastude Kunta Radana Mukunda Murahare, like that. Because he liked the tune so much. Now it's all 12 o'clock almost, so I don't want to just go on and on, but so much is there. I'll sing another song where the entire Anupallavi is just a set of jadis. This is depicting the Ananda Tandavam of Lord Shiva. Specifically, there's a temple next to the Sri Padmanabha Swami temple in Thiruvananthapuram called Sri Kantheswaram. So this is from that. Paramananda Natana Pahi Paramananda Many sangatis are there which I won't sing now. Drikita tum tum, drikita tum tum, drikita tum tum, takada dingina tum, drikita tum tum, drikita tum tum, drikita tum tum, takada dingina tum, niti parama. So like drikita tum tum, like that he's dancing. In fact, this also, there's a beautiful recording, it's available on YouTube, of M.D. Ramanathan singing this with T.N. Krishnan violin and Umayalpuram Sivaraman Mridangam. So when he starts the song, Paramananda Natana like that it starts. So how it's like they've set it choreographed for a dance. Now you hear so many Mridangam people just the male column complication, but this is so aesthetic and apt to the music. What he sang as like an extension of that, the Mridangam. So when we listen seriously or intensely and carefully, we don't just hear the song, we remember at what time when he sang like this, what the violin played, what the Mridangam played. When they said Sabash also, we may remember. So this is Paramananda. I'll at least give one set of swarams from one of his Padavarnams and one last thing which I'll tell you. Padavarnams, as I said, each Varnam is worth research. He's made one Kamas Varnam, for example. See, the Nayika is angry with the Nayaka, and She's saying that there's this typical imagery of the chakora bird searching for the Chandra. Is there Chand Chakora in Hindi also it's there. So it's when we are attracted to something which is very beautiful but which we will never get. So here the Nayika is saying with words you are saying oh I love you and whatever, but no action, only words. So it is like showing me the image of the moon in a mirror, even if it is a jeweled mirror, Mani Darpana. So even if it's a jeweled mirror, what is the point in just showing me the image of the moon? So it's full of Swaraksharam. In fact, if you learn the Sahityam, you automatically learn the Swaram also. It's in Kamas. Mani da pa ma pa da ma ga mani da ni ba da ma pa da ma ga ma ni mani darpana vidhu pa da par khaga vidha vima da maya vima samani da mo dagara jana amita dani pa pada ma da pada padani dani da pa ma pada pa ma gare sa ma ga ma pa ni da da pa ni da sa ni gare sa ni dhatra kripa pada madhava Tavadati dhuni dhava bahudha Bhavati hi muvarhasi muda Daramiga himagiri samadha. So this, again Sahityam is full of Swarakshara. Samadamani vimukha muni sarasa Visi nidayita padama sukma kalaya Mama visraja paraga kulapati Radha kapata jati satura Satsadhaniya bada nirnita Hina guna baddhanuraga gamadha vidha Satsadhaniya bada nirnita Hina guna baddhanuraga gamadha vidha Yavikala mika katha magama nilaya Karuna rasarahito bhavana janita. So like da dani pa pada ma da pada. Coming back to da again and again. The same coming back to one swara happens again and again in all his Padavarnams also, which is a very, very elaborate topic. I'll conclude with one small recording. Tyagaraja system, we have so many songs. Banduneti Koluviya Vayaram Sitapati, all Tadikidata. So after Tadikidata, this Maharaja Swathi Thirunal compositions, we don't hear this much. In fact, I don't think I have, in my mind, I don't remember hearing a Swathi song starting at that place. But I'll play you one song. You can guess the singer. This is a jati which starts on samam, but see where the song starts. So it starts. So this is the only song I know which is in Rendikale Adi. Tadi Kidna To Rasa. It starts at this place in slow speed. And I was very close to, this was sung by T.K. Govindarao, whose guru Musiri Subramanian was a specialist in this Rasa Vasa. You can find T.K. Govindarao, Musiri Subramanian and Alaturu brothers, they all used to sing this. So Govindarao has one distinction that Maharaja Swathi Thirunal, Sri Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, Shyamashastri, they all lived around the same time 250 years ago. All of us know about these people, but T.K. Govindarao was the first person to bring out books with the complete works of all these people that nobody did before that. It is extraordinary. Even now, if you want to refer to some lyric, the complete works of Tyagaraja, complete works of Dikshitar, Shyamashastri, and Swathi Thirunal, it's an extraordinary work he did. So during the time he wrote complete works of Maharaja Swathi Thirunal, we had a lot of personal interaction. So sometimes when somebody tells us something personally, we may not be in a position to divulge that in public. But here I was very, very happy. This is a Govindarao video. You can search for that. Uploaded by a gentleman called Suresh M. Rasa Vasa Lolo Kamboji Ragam. That person has not given T.K. Govindarao name. But this you can just keep in mind that this Govindarao is the person who wrote the books containing complete works of Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, Shyamashastri and Swathi Thirunal. And one gentleman has come, because Govindarao has told me this many, many times personally, but I am from Swathi Thirunal's family, so he might have said that just to make me happy, I don't know. But here one person has commented in public, because it's in the public domain, I'm just reading it out. Thank you for posting this wonderful piece. I had never heard TKG Mama singing this live, but I had the good fortune to hear him say in 1999 when he was in Los Angeles. Knowing all the great Trinity compositions, it might be blasphemy for me to say this, but I wonder if there is a grander composition in all of Carnatic music than Rasa Vasa by Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. I'm not saying, Govindarao said it. So, with that, so Rasa Vasa is worth exploring. Half the song goes below Shadjam. So, when many people develop only higher octaves, so we have to develop the mantra sariram also. So, without mantra sariram, it's very difficult to do justice to Rasa Vasa, but otherwise it's like Oranga Shai, Sri Subramanian on stage. It's a very, very grand composition which is worth being sung much more than it is. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. It's early Saturday morning. Indian Institute of World Culture and Percussive Arts Society for having me here, and special thanks to Sathyavathi ma'am for inviting me, to Vidushi Amrita Venkatesh for letting me use her recordings and for taking photos for me to put on Instagram. Thank you so much.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. I don't think you will have any patience to listen to me even for 2 minutes after such a wonderful presentation. But I'm sorry, you have to bear with me because I am here for a pleasant duty of thanking this great Vidwan and my own very, very dear friend, the senior vocalist who has sponsored this program. She is responsible for this event to happen here, that is Vidushi Padma Gurudar. And also the wonderful audience that we have today, as he said, the pleasant Saturday morning. I have noted down several points. I don't know how much I will be able to say about all that. Very beautiful points, because every moment of his lecture demonstration kept us so very much glued and interested throughout. Can there be an Amrita Dhara like this? Yes, it is here today. This is the Amrita Dhara that we had. So he has given us multiple examples, myriad examples I should say, a variety of compositions, numbering about 25 in all. I have just made note of the compositions that he illustrated himself and some snatches of recordings of Vidushi Amrita, internationally famous, a very, very talented musician of high caliber. And then some old timers also, recordings of old timers. And the Laya patterns with the due emphasis on the melody content. Just, I have jotted down. One of the most attractive presentations, as in when it occurred to me, I have jotted down. One of the most attractive presentations that I have ever listened to. And then being at the pinnacle of popularity, how can one be so grounded and down to earth? With that artless smile ever adorning his face, the childlike simplicity which is so natural to him, that comes only to a person who has gone to the depth of beauty in everything, not just the compositions but the life. One who has realized what is really beautiful in life, and he has drawn our attention in particular to the aesthetic sense of the composer in everything, not just the Laya patterns or anything. See, without sahitya there are no Laya patterns at all. So he has emphasized that. And due emphasis has been given to whatever is due. Whatever is due. So that's all I can say. I fall short of words in describing the kind of experience that we have had today morning, the lecture demonstration. He usually praises me high sky. No, this is the best lecture demonstration that I have, as I tell you, ever come across. So, and one more very beautiful thing about his presentation is the subtle sense of humor which adds a very beautiful dimension to his, what I should say, an unmatched approach to the presentation. So it is so endearing, and it is so homely, and you feel so happy when you are listening to his speech. It is not just speech, it is just communion with us. It's not a conversation even. So let me not go on further. You have got it. You have got it already. So with this, these few words I should say, and he has drawn our attention also to the what is authentic, to go deeper into knowing what is authentic, how it has changed, without any malice against those who have changed it also. That is something very beautiful about him. If I were to be there in his place, see how they have distorted it, how they have changed everything, making us forget the original. This is no. We have to move with times. We have to take them into our fold. Whatever is good will remain. Whatever is bad will automatically eliminated by the test of time. The sieve of time will automatically remove whatever is unwanted for the system. Our system, Karnataka classical music, is a wonderful system running for centuries, from over 2 millenniums. So it has no danger of getting what you call eradicated from the face of earth. It will grow stronger and stronger in days to come. With all such innovations, all such deviations, all such changes happening, if they are natural to it, as my guru used to say, if something is natural to the composition, it will accept, otherwise it will kick it off. He used to say, even a Sangati, if the composition is not happy with the Sangati, it will kick it off. So, Vathiyaradu, he used to say in our language, Vadiyante, Kannadadalli, Vaddu bidatte anta. So, let us not be too pessimistic about what is going to happen to our music. It will grow stronger in days to come. With these words, I have great respect and gratitude for the wonderful musician that we are having today. Both the institutions are very happy and fortunate to have him. After a long wait, I was teasing him. For 3 months he has made us wait. And our auditorium, it is booked for the next 4 or 5 months. So that is also where I had to struggle to get him and the auditorium, and today it happened by God's grace, and we are very grateful to you, sir. And ನನ್ನ ಆಪ್ತ ಗೆಳತಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಪರಮಾಪ್ತ ಗೆಳತಿ, 50 ವರ್ಷದ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಅದೇ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ಗೆ ವೆಂಕಟರಾಮ್ ಸರ್, who was the founder of Percussive Art Center about 42 years ago. We learned Mridangam with him together. ಆ ತರಹ ನಾವು ಸಹಪಾಠಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಹೌದು, ಆಪ್ತ ಗೆಳತಿಯರು ಹೌದು. ಸಂಗೀತದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇರು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಿದುಷಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವಧಾನ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ, she was the one of the earliest exponents of ಅವಧಾನ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅನೇಕ ಕಚೇರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ AAR. ಹೀಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಆಪ್ತರೂ ಆಗಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಮರ್ಥರು ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದುಷಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರ ಗುರುವಿಗಾಗಿ ಪರ್ಕಸಿವ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎರಡೂ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ನ ಆನರ್ಡ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನು, ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಆಪ್ತವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲನೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಂದುಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ, ದ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, the sensitive audience, the connoisseur audience bring about the total success of a program, and that you have done today. Thank you very much. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಲಘುವಾದ ಒಂದು ಭೋಜನ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ತೆರಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. The day is done. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರವಾದಂತಹ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Actually, I am disciple of Sanskrit.